This is a third installment of a radio show I was a guest speaker on. This is the Think Your Reality podcast, episode 73. Hang on, here we go.
Your destiny is by your design. Getting what you want in your professional life is gained by following a series of steps created by your mindset. Are you ready to start the journey? This is the Think Your Reality podcast. Here's Mike Sims.
And our guest today, Mike Sims, who has written a book called I Am, I Can, I Will. I'm your host, Bill Horan, but right now we're going to ask Mike, where can we get this book? If people are hearing all this, they say, I like what I'm hearing, where can we get the book?
Well, if you like what you're hearing, I appreciate it greatly, and I'm grateful to be here, Bill. Thank you. I Am, I Can, I Will is available on Amazon.com. If you type in I Am, I Can, I Will, and then my name, Michael Sims, you'll see the book come up.
And Mike is right here on Long Island, so if you really like what you're hearing, or if you'd like him to talk to your group, or maybe even talk to him personally, you can do it. He's basically your neighbor right here. So, and I think so we get a little publicity. Our graduate of Nassau Community College.
No, a proud graduate.
Okay, that's even better.
Very much so.
That's even better. Mike, you mentioned, and I love this one too. The road to success is always under construction.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about it.
Okay. I'll go back to the other analogy in Jonas Salk. He passed, I think, at the age of 85. And just prior to his passing, he made a statement that he was going to then devote his life to finding a cure for AIDS. Now, most people at 85, maybe 20 years retired, maybe 15 years retired. He was still going. He was still looking to contribute. And it wasn't that he needed to work every day. Clearly, he had enough money. He enjoyed it. He had the passion for it. He had the momentum for it. He had the direction for it and the need to further make a difference in somebody else's life. I think that's phenomenal. It's always under construction. You're always going to to make a difference. You're always going to change something as you go through. And I think there's wonderful experiences in learning something more about yourself than anything else. Learning that, hey, wait a minute, I did this, I can accomplish more. And you start to, your M word, the momentum, you start to push a little further and going a little further and accomplishing more in your life.
Now we want to get to the secret life of Mike Sims. Mike, you've written this book, but I'm sure there's one saying in here that either was a guideline for your life or had a very big impact on it. Which one of those, and if you can tell us the incident, we're only kidding about getting into your personal life, but if you can tell us how it impacted you.
Okay, it's sporadically put through the book, and as you were nice enough to tell me that I did not number the pages.
He makes it hard because he doesn't put, but he saves ink that way.
I do.
I'm sure it's for the environment.
This is the one here on the right. 9 letters, 3 words.
Why not you?
How profound is that?
Yeah,
why not you? Why would you wait for somebody, a friend, a relative, a neighbor, somebody else you went to school with to accomplish something great in your life? Why aren't you doing it? You're just as capable, if not more, than anybody else you've ever walked this earth with. Why not you?
Because I make up excuses, and excuses, not reasons. I'm using the words from your books. Yeah, I read it. I'm making up excuses, and that's probably the answer that most of us will give.
How much more would you accomplish when you discard the excuses? Don't even look for the reasons, but look for the reasons to accomplish great things in your life.
I've got nowhere else to go but accomplish then. Once I get rid of that crutch.
And one thing leads to another. Remember, we talked about momentum. A becomes B, becomes C, becomes D. You start to breed that success within you because now you've looked beyond those obstacles that are long since behind you. And not arrogantly or boastfully, but you're like, if I can do this, what else can I do?
And I'm going to wrap up with this. You mentioned that your impact, not just you, but talking about anybody in the world, is much like a rock thrown into a pond. So anybody hearing you today, anybody who's taking these steps, they're going to have an influence on their children. They're going to have an influence on the kids they coach, the person who sits next to them. It can be positive or negative, and if they take your advice, it's going to be positive, and it's going to move both sides ahead.
It's a positive, vicious cycle you've just created. Look what you're doing with your grandson.
Yep.
And he's 2.
Yeah, I'm writing the book for him, so I hope, and I'm taking the quotes from your book, so I hope someday he's going to read it and say,
if it benefits him, by all means.
What did Grandpa do? Now, just so our audience knows, again, if you like what you've been hearing today, here is fellow Long Islander Mike Sims. His book is I Am, I Can, I Will. Mike, once again, just tell us where we can get that book, where we can find it.
It's on Amazon.com. If you type in the search, I am, I can, I will, and my name, Michael Sims, and you'll see the book. And enjoy it in great health.
And if you do want to talk to your neighbor, Mike Sims, since he's right here in Long Island, I'm going to volunteer him, and I'm going to say, call the station. No, seriously,
Yes.
tell us where he should call or give us an email address. He'll get in touch with you
Love to.
and get us all on that trail to success. Mike, thanks for being with us today. We'd like to remind our audience that you've been listening to The Secrets of Success on the voice of Nassau Community College.
Hey, this is Mike Sims, and I have to thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. This was a 3-part series of a radio interview show that I was happy to be a guest on. Thank you again for taking the time to listen to it. I hope and pray that you're getting some insight and getting something to help you further along your cause in your life. I'm committed for the rest of my professional life to helping you do that. Again, my name is Mike Sims. This is the Think Your Reality podcast, and as I always end and mean from the bottom of my heart, have an absolutely awesome day, as you deserve nothing less.